There's a shocking new docuseries streaming now on Hulu and on Hulu on Disney+. Dreamed up by executive producers Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, this 6-part series takes you through the emotional battles that homeowners face when they're blindsided by manipulative squatters. I spoke with Kelly and Mark about the jaw-dropping details. Check it out. Welcome to the show, Kelly and Mark.
Hey, Sam, thanks for having us.
Now, what is this series and what is it all about?
We started thinking about this series during the pandemic. You read an article in Vanity Fair.
Yeah, about a case in Malibu where a habitual squatter was really just draining the bank accounts of a multitude of residents in Malibu. And, you know, she would go to great lengths. She was very familiar with what her rights were as a tenant. And so she would move in and she just knew that she had to wait for 30 days. And then she had rights, domain rights, and they would be sort of helpless to evict her. And the lengths they go to evict her, including her almost suing her landlord because he sort of posted on Facebook,
beware.
Does anyone know this woman? Beware of this woman. And it's very dramatic it's very dramatic and also kind of genius how they finally get her out of the residence. But, you know.
And we have stories from all over the country, and yes, also in Colorado. I mean, and you would think, all right, these are isolated incidents, but they're not.
They're really not.
I mean, there's enough for multiple seasons of the show. And I think that the one takeaway is that we found that a lot of homeowners, you know, through these stories, it obviously wasn't the first time these people did this. And a lot of homeowners would just pay them to leave and foregoing an eviction, a long drawn out eviction process, obviously high legal fees. They just thought it easier just to pay them and get rid of them. And that's what they do.
Episode 3 features a Colorado Springs story. So can you walk us through some of those details?
You know, with regards to the Colorado case, this is a person that basically started selling off the possessions of the homeowner.
Yep.
And when this squatter was behind bars, turned around and sued the family that retook possession of the house
for hurting his feelings
for $400,000
for hurting his feelings.
The audacity of what these families have to go through to rid themselves of a squatter is sometimes incredible and unbelievable, and yet very common.
Was there something for each of you that was just the most shocking or surprising moment in this series?
Gosh. I mean, a SWAT team and the FBI had to be involved in getting somebody out. They were really concerned about this one tenant in a different home, about him being on a fringe, kind of in a fringe group. Maybe it was deemed a terrorist group, anti-government group.
I think our premiere episode, there's a woman in Queens who is putting her home on the market. A squatter takes up residence, claims he's the owner, starts renting out rooms, destroys the property, and she gets arrested when she finally makes way into the home and has a landlord come and change the locks. The squatter has the homeowner arrested. That to me was shocking, you know, where my mouth is on the floor.
Now, the resilience and that tenacity really shines through for some of these homeowners trying to reclaim their properties. How do you think that the viewer connects with that?
They have tenacity and they're going to see this through and they're just not going to give up.
And also, I think they are very brave to share their stories with us. And I think they want to, as we do, they want to prevent this from happening to other people because it so easily happened to them. These are not people that are not educated. These are not people that are sloppy or, you know, careless with their possessions. They're doing all the right things and it still happened to them. So I think that's sort of what they came forward to sort of say, look out, this could happen to you. Here's how to prevent it.
Can't wait to watch the series. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Sam.
You can catch Squatters streaming right now on Hulu and on Hulu on Disney Plus. And don't forget to watch Live with Kelly and Mark weekdays at 9 a.m. airing right here on Denver 7. We'll be right back.